Have you ever wondered why Malindi is known as Little Italy? Rockets. That's the connecting word. Hi guys, welcome to Going Goofy. This particular episode takes me to Malindi, a town found on the southeastern part of Kenya, a popular coastal destination that is filled with some good and not so good history. I spent a couple days there. This is how my adventure went. Have you ever wondered why Malindi is known as Little Italy? Rockets. That's the connecting word. Back in the 60s, 64 to be precise, the Italian Space Center decided to link up with NASA to build a satellite launch base in Malindi. Now, what that did is it allowed more Italian engineers and scientists to come to Kenya. They found good weather all year round. They found fresh seafood. They found warm, welcoming locals. And they had access to the most pristine beaches in the whole world. In the 80s and 90s, when you were in Malindi, you'd find so many Italians who had set up businesses, bought land, introduced new cuisine to the locals. By the time everything was being done, it was known as Little Italy. And with that came the most infamous things about Malindi. One, it was the underage sex trade, and two, the drug trade. And even at some point through Kenya's history, it was rumored that the Italian mafia had its presence in Kenya through Malindi. Now you're in the know. My name is Linda Nyangweso. That's a good one. So while in Malindi, I stayed at this property called the Saffron Garden. It's a quiet, calm, serene place that I spent most of my morning. The food was great, and they have the most perfect pool where I didn't shy from taking a swim. The one thing that caught my eye is on specific days, this beautiful place transforms into an open market where different vendors get to sell their products. If you ask me, every trip has a highlight, and the Mambrui sand dunes in Malindi was the highlight for me. A little bit of history here. I have quad biked in Cape Town, South Africa, and I've also quad biked in Dubai. But the most interesting bit is I've never quad biked through the sand dunes of Mambrui in Malindi. The perfect time to go there is in the evening, around 4 or 5 p.m., where the sun is not too harsh, and you also set yourself to watch and experience a sunset. The good or the bad thing about this place is the locals have introduced an entrance fee, and there's also a guide fee. So if you're going there in the near future, be guided about these new changes. But it's a perfect place to go if you're in Malindi and want a good experience. So there's a mantra that I always hold. If I'm at a coastal town, I have to go to the beach. And the beach that Malindi has, it's called the Butwani beach. Here we find a phenomenon that is called the Golden Beach. If you walk along the Butwani beach, you'll realize the sand has some golden hue. And this is because of a river called Sabaki. The The Sabaki River flows from the Aberdare Ranges, and as it flows, it accumulates two major minerals, the mica and titanium, which in the end gets emptied in the Indian Ocean, some few kilometers away from Butwani beach. And that's how the beach is known as the Golden Beach. As you get to explore the Butwani beach, especially in the evening, you'll notice a couple of things. The locals will be playing beach football, which they do every other evening. Some will be taking a dive into the Indian Ocean and swimming, and basically creating memories for themselves and their friends. The Butwani beach also has a very interesting story. Back in 2020, some 2 fishing vessels were abandoned because of illegal fishing. Now, over the years, it's been part of the Butwani beach. Some consider it a very good addition to the Malindi story, but for the locals and the fishermen, it's an eyesore and a degradation to the environment. The government, being the government, didn't act fast to own or occupy the abandoned vessels. Over the years, it has rusted, it's rotting, and in the next couple of years, I don't think those 2 vessels will be part of the Butwani beach. If you know me, I can't be near a water body without me taking a dip. One of the things that you can do while in Malindi is go to the Marine National Park, where you get to snorkel, see the fish, swim, walk the sandbanks, and just enjoy the ocean. The coastal area is popular for their street food, and this is how I got to see how a popular snack that is known as kachiri is being made. Kachiri is a Swahili word for fried cassava. Enjoy. Malindi taught me some history, and it also gave me some good rest time before the madness of adulthood continues for me. I hope you've learned a few things about this episode, and if you ever explore Malindi, don't limit yourself to the things I've done. Immerse yourself in this town, find a guide, research, and get to explore Malindi as a whole. Thank you, and see you on the next.